A Flood of Resilience by Terry Kemp. Meadowbank 2114. Narrated by David Tredinnick. Dad had rigged up an extension speaker. He was a signalman in the war, so he knew about such things. So when it rang, we all raced to see who was calling. We didn't use it often, just once a month or so to call relatives living far away, or if the baby was coming, to call the midwife. It lived in the cupboard, hidden from view. It was about the size of a shoebox. On the front was a round metal ring with 10 holes. To call a number, you spun the ring around to the first number and let go. Again for the second number, and so on, until you finished and heard it ring. Most of the time it didn't ring. Instead, you'd hear the operator respond, "What number are you calling?" "Okay, I'll try and connect you." She was sitting in the exchange about 10 miles away. When you picked up your phone, a light showed on the massive board in front of her. She pulled out a cord to speak to you. Then she would plug into the number you were trying to dial. Sometimes it worked, often it didn't. On this freezing day, we watched as the swirling river kept rising. We lived on a small island on the Thames in England. Flooding was rare, but this year, 1952, there had been massive snowfalls in the hills feeding the river, and when it melted, the floods were inevitable. My sister and I watched as the water spilled over the landing stage, then crept across the garden. Our garden toys swirled away. Our house was on stilts, but would the rising water come inside? Dad turned on the radio. It crackled as he turned the dial to get the weather report. By now, our house was completely surrounded by water. More rain was on the way. The worry lines on Dad's face went even deeper. Dad tried the phone. It was dead. Our dinghy was on the other side of the island, and even if we could get through the flooded pathway, it would be too dangerous to cross the raging, swirling torrent with tree branches and other debris bobbing up and down. Dad reassured us. "If the water comes inside, we'll go into the roof cavity." We scurried around, lifting as much as possible off the floor, just in case. I piled my toys onto my bed. Just then, I heard the chickens. Oh no, water had flooded their run. Dad donned his galoshes, captured the sodden chooks, and deposited them in a box on the veranda. Mum quietly sorted our life jackets. Was it because they had come through the Blitz and the war that they were so calm? The water only came up to the top step, then began to recede. We were safe. Everything outside was covered in slimy, smelly mud, but at least it hadn't entered the house. On the other side of the world, in mid-north coast of New South Wales, Australia, more than 70 years later, we received an alert on our mobile phone. Be prepared. Heavy rain forecast. These are the steps you should take. The phone message is updated every half hour. The rain is relentless. We listen to the updates and watch the rising river levels on our laptop. There are endless notifications and advice of what to do, what not to do. We register with emergency services so that if aerial or boat evacuation is needed, they will know where we are. We watch as the river bursts its banks. Then the swirling water comes closer. We are completely cut off by floodwater. Our property is surrounded. All roads are cut. Everything is off the floor. We retreat to the top story as the water enters the house. We contact emergency services and ask to be evacuated. They are sending a boat. The water keeps rising. Now we are clambering onto the roof. We see the boat coming. We lumber our sodden bodies in, plus the dog. Oh, how grateful we are. We know the toll it will take. All our furniture ruined. Not sure if the house will even be safe to live in, but we are grateful for the SES that have rescued us. We are transported to an evacuation centre and greeted by compassionate volunteers. We are given food and bedding in a school hall. Along with hundreds of others, we'll just have to wait and see. Oh, they are a resilient lot. Many have lost their business, homes, livestock, livelihoods. Yet they are calm. There is a steely determination. We have survived. We will rebuild. We will not let this disaster define us. It's seeing the generosity of the volunteers, the blankets, food, clothing, and all manner of help provided that boosts our morale. We know many are worse off than us, so we pitch in, comforting the children, encouraging the distressed. Maybe the extent of the disaster hasn't fully registered yet. Already there is talk of government assistance, although we are worried our insurance will be voided by this natural disaster. But we will survive. We will shake off the sodden, muddy mess and welcome the sunshine in. Family and friends contact us. We are so grateful for their support, love, and encouragement. Yes, we gladly accept their offers to help us get back on our feet. Everyone has a mobile phone. The evacuation centre has charging stations so we can keep in touch. We exchange numbers with newfound friends. We are in this together. Together we will lift each other up. Together we will rebuild. We are grateful for all the new ways to be informed of help available. This helps us to be a community. There are doctors, social workers, government agencies, charities, and private companies offering support, so the clean-up and rebuild can begin immediately. The end.